Good evening. Welcome to the Fairfield City School District Board of Education meeting for August 21st, 2025. Mr. Phillips, call the order.
Mr. Begley.
Here.
Ms. Birding Miller.
Present.
Mr. Clark.
Present.
Ms. Gundrum.
Here.
Mr. Napier.
Here. Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Clark, will you lead us?
Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. We will get right into presentations and resolutions. Mr. Smith?
Yes, Mr. Bagley, members of the board, we have one presentation this evening, and that is a Student Health Center update. At this time, I'll turn it over to Mr. Crapo.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Begley, members of the board. I'm happy today to present Primary Health Solutions, which is our partnership for medical, dental, behavioral services in the community. This is one of my favorite presentations, one of them because it directly impacts the students we serve and the families themselves. It gives them resources that they may not have had if it wasn't for the Fairfield City School District. So, starting out, PHS vision, PHS Primary Health Solutions, is to improve community wellness through access to quality and affordable health care, increase utilization of primary care to decrease utilization of emergency services, and ensure the students of Fairfield City Schools are healthy and ready to learn, and provide access. So Primary Health is a building, a standalone building next to Crossroads Middle School, right next to the stadium. And we bring kids throughout the day, throughout the school year, to them for services. The place itself, and we'll get into this later on, but is open to the community. It's open to kids outside of school hours, but we also go above and beyond and provide the service of transporting them to the clinic for their services during the school day to eliminate the barrier of parents having to take off work. It's just not possible. We eliminate the barriers so that the kids can be seen. Some of the benefits, again, access to care, the transportation is provided, all the insurances that they take. Sometimes, if your kid has a dentist appointment, which we all know can take an hour or two, the kid would maybe miss the entire day of school. In this case, the kid only misses the time of the appointment, and then they'll go right back to the school day. And then the teachers and nurses can work with parents as they see needs arise throughout the school year. So if a teacher notices the kid is squinting, they're asking to be front of the room, the teacher then notifies the nurse notifies the parents in primary care, and we can make an appointment that day. We also have emergency dental appointments where if something were to happen at recess or at lunch and they need something with their tooth done, they can get that done that day. They don't have to wait, and so it provides that access. Medical, they have a nurse practitioner on site, a medical assistant on site, collaborating physicians, 3 exam rooms, and it, plain and simple, it operates as your family doctor. Dental is, again, they've got a dentist on site, an assistant, and a hygienist, and 3 dental chairs. And you'll see later by the numbers, the dental facility is used quite well. New, I think it was last year, they went out and they invested in a new mobile dental unit. And this is huge because what they'll do is they'll park the dental bus in a school parking lot for a week, and they can see, I think Compass was close to 200 kids in a week, and down to maybe 100 in another building, but somewhere between 100 and 200 kids in a week will get their dental visits.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but when you say they went out and invested in this, you're talking about Primary Health
Primary
Solutions,
Health, yeah.
right? So this is to no cost to the district.
No cost to the district, but we benefit greatly because of the partnership. So you'll see this parked throughout the city. You'll see it parked in Hamilton, Middletown, but they're giving us access to this year. It's new to 4 elementary buildings. They're going to park it in the elementary buildings for a week. The nurses are collaborating with the parents and PHS to just get kids in there to get their dental visits done. And if anything comes up, then they schedule further dentist appointment at Primary Health if they need further appointments.
Great, thank you.
And we're going to be doing it in the fall so that we can also do it in the spring because of the 6-month window with insurance. So to time it right, doing this in the wintertime would provide a benefit, but to get the best benefit out, luckily we have a great partnership with PHS, and they're giving us the fall and the spring appointments so that we can hit those 6-month windows. So this is going to be huge for our families. Vision, they have an optometrist on site, a tech on site, optician on site, and 2 exam rooms. This is another big one. They go through a lot, elementary kids go through a lot of glasses. So just because they're identified, that's the first step. And then getting them to get their glasses, that may be a second step. And then you have all the daily occurrences, including recess, chasing people, tag, and every other sport they want to play where they break their glasses. They have the ability to be transported within the day to go get their glasses renewed. So this is a big deal for us. Behavioral health, they have a licensed behavioralist on site. They help identify students and family members with mental health needs, resulting in referrals for ongoing care, and then screening again. They're open year-round. Like I said, they're open to not only the Fairfield students, but also the community. They do leave slots, like they prioritize Fairfield students so to make sure that the community gets served, but their priority is our students during the school year. 8:30 to 5. I've got their phone number up there to make appointments. They are amazing with their bilingual approach. It's not just Spanish and English. They go above and beyond. If somebody comes with a different need, they are working hard to find a translator for that service. Students and families complete consent paperwork. Oftentimes that's going on right now in the buildings. For the services, they can consent for services. They can consent for services and transportation, because again, we have the ability to just pick them up at the school, take them to the doctor's office, and they can get seen, and then we take them back to the building. A lot of donations are going into this project to help support it. It is a nice looking facility when you walk inside. They keep it up. It is attractive for their customers. They do take all insurance and a sliding scale fee based on income level to help the families out as well. We are lucky enough to have a van, and if you are around during the daytime in Fairfield, I'm sure you have seen this van driving around, because that's what he does all day long, is drive through Fairfield picking up kids. But I want to say special thanks to the Primary Health Solutions, the Lindenwold Kiwanis Club, and the Fairfield Community Foundation, because all 3 of them and then us, we went in on this van to help support this need within the district. This is the exciting piece right here. This just gets my heart bumping. You can see back in 16 when we started, it was 378 transports. That's not number of visits, because a kid could go for 2 or 3 visits. They could go for vision, behavioral, dental. They could do 3 visits at a time, but this is actual transport. So we're moving kids from the building to the clinic, and you can see the progression as you go down. We're up to 1,147 last year. Like, that is
That's incredible.
huge. And there were some days where I had to cut it off. We were at 32, 33 numbers in a day. Physically, I don't know if that's possible to transport 30-some students to go get seen and back, so we had to say that was enough. But there's a need, and we are filling that need up as high as we possibly can. And so if you look at these numbers, you can see the progression as it goes down. 1147 is just an outstanding number. And I was able to get from primary health care this year number of visits. And I limited just to our clinic. They do have data that some of our students that live in the community may not use our transportation, but they'll go to a Hamilton or Middletown branch. And so I excluded those numbers. But this is just at our clinic next to Crossroads. Grand total, almost 3,000. So 2,911 visits for students in our community. And that is huge. So in just that little, that space. And so This decision was made years ago by the board and the school district to come together with primary health. It is making a huge impact. And if you think of all these visits, those are at least full days out. If a kid is going to a doctor's appointment out of town, they're going to miss that school day. In this case, they're missing a couple hours. So they come back, they get fed, and they get to go home to their house. And so it's just a huge impact going on. For more information, obviously you can go to the webpage or Primary Health Solutions itself. And that wraps up the presentation. But it's a big deal. It makes an impact. A lot of kids are being seen. Emergencies are being taken care of, as well as just basic preventative care that keeps kids healthy. So,
Thank you, Mr. Crapo. Do we have any questions of Mr. Crapo?
Do other districts do this, or
yes.
most
Yeah,
of them?
Hamilton, Middletown, us. Ross, I think, using.
I believe that we were the first
Yeah, we were the
district
first.
to do it, and maybe even in the country.
We were one of the first in the country to do
Correct,
this.
yeah.
And we have a very good working relationship with primary health.
Good.
It's just an incredible program. Thanks for presenting it. I mean, that's worth getting exciting to talk about a dentist. That's really, really amazing. So, you know, thank you, Primary Health Solutions, for partnering, and that's just incredible.
I'd like to make a comment too. I know there was a lot of information shared, but, you know, at the end, Mr. Crapo was talking about the fact that students, instead of missing an entire day of school, they may only miss just a few hours. But on the other side of that, they are getting services that they might not otherwise get, right? Because their parents may not be able to take off work. They may lose their jobs if they don't go to work. That's something to consider. We talk about meeting kids and families where they are, and I think this is yet again another perfect example of us doing that for our kids and our families.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe you mentioned this and I just missed it, but do you know what the average wait time is? Like if a kid has an issue, like maybe a dental issue, but it's not urgent, and they want to make an appointment, will they be seen like that week, or?
Yeah, it's not long.
It's not long, okay,
No.
good, good.
We
And
can-
that's really convenient too, because I know sometimes when I'm trying to make an appointment, you know, with just my eye doctor or whatever, they're like, oh, well, we can book you for November, and I'm like, it's August.
no.
You know, what? So, but that's really great for the kids and for the parents, you're right, who don't, maybe can't take off work, or they don't get paid if they take off work to take their kids to appointments and whatnot.
Yeah, in a perfect world, 10, 12, something like that visits per day for the transporter. So that leaves room for the emergencies that come up. So when we get up to 30, that's making a lot of people nervous because you got to catch that bus by the end of the day. But there's always that gap, that window.
How do you promote this to the schools and the parents? How do the parents know about all this?
So they come to Back to School Bash. That's a big one. They are involved in a few of our events, the mental health night throughout the year. They have flyers in the clinic. The nurses all promote it. So the idea, so this comes back to relationships. So the more the teachers and the nurses know their students, they know what the needs are, and then they're able to make the referrals. So some students have their family doctors and their family dentists, and they don't need this service. But other students that's a gap, right? And so the more that the teachers and the nurse know the students, they're able to fill this gap just by building the relationship.
So it sounds like this is something that we need to promote a lot for the parents out there to know what the school is doing for them.
And it's part of the final forms packet when they enroll. So, yeah.
And they're given, somewhere along the way, the decision was made to give them the consent forms up front, and I think you referenced that tonight, so that if the need comes up later, they've already cited a consent form and we can move forward with the services needed. And I think that's another great way to get that in front of everyone to start the school year as a reminder. This is really, the health center is probably one of the greatest accomplishments of the district during my tenure as a school board member. And really, when I came on the board in 2015, it was already in its infancy, right? It was already the district and Primary Health Solutions working to make this happen. And shortly after there, it got underway, and we've just grown and added to it. Transportation was a problem, we solved it, right? The dental services, the numbers are huge, right? And as you said, I'm sure those are services that wouldn't be rendered otherwise. It would lead to even more problems, and they're being addressed. Early on, I had a chance to go and myself as a dental patient and experience the dental clinic, and it was wonderful. They did a wonderful job, right? I wanted to see it firsthand, and they did do a great job. And, we talk about mental health, and we're in the forefront of that, and we have a behavioral services portion here, which is just huge, right? So kudos, and I'm glad to see it continues to grow, and we continue to invest in it, and our families benefit from it. Thank you.
Do they take Medicare?
Yes.
So I could go.
Yeah, you could. Community resident.
I don't know if we could drive you, but you could go.
Well, I think this is an absolutely amazing project, and I'm so thankful that you were here to present for this because it is a need in our community, Just talking about, taking the day off, parents might not even have transportation to be able to take kids to the facility. So the fact that, A, we're providing the services to our students and then also providing them transportation is a huge, huge boon for our community and our students. And so I'm super thankful for all of the work that was put into this because it was way before my time, but I know how excited it was when it first came on. And I'm excited to see how much it's grown and continue to grow. And I'm excited to see, it's a lot of excitement. I'm excited to see where this goes in the future.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.